Ready?
Sí. Well, can you believe it? Here we are, day 3 already of the World Employment Conference 2021, streamed live online to you from our studio here in Madrid. We had so many wonderful highlights yesterday that to go through some of them, I've got with me almost my co-hosts at this stage. We have Denis Penel, who is, of course, the Managing Director of the World Employment Confederation, and the President of Assembleo, Andreu Cruanas. So, what were the highlights for you, if you can possibly pick some from yesterday?
Well, I think yesterday was another very inspiring day, mostly thanks to our second keynote speaker, Kemi Nekvapil. She gave a very good presentation on how to become more resilient, how to better recover in times of crisis. So very, very inspiring. One of the key takeaways for me from her speech was, the fact that we need brave leaders. I think that's a very important one. And she also mentioned, several times these key words. We have already been discussing, trust. We need to build trust. I think that's really important also to address the labor market issues we have to face. Then also yesterday we discussed, the role of technology and digitalization within our industry. On the first day of the conference, we discussed and we addressed, blockchain and the idea of developing a digital wallet for the candidates, so all their, personal information and data can be stored in a safe deposit. And this deposit can be moved around when you are looking for a job. Yesterday we looked at platform work, the technology of platforms, quite another interesting discussion. And one of the key takeaways there again is the fact that we need to properly regulate, platform work in the right sense, not too much restrictions, the right level of regulation. And to conclude from yesterday's highlights, of course, I think we all very much enjoyed this Around the World session, being moderated by Charles Cameron, a very energetic guy, We had, members of the World Employment Confederation from all around the world. It has really given us the opportunity to hear stories and testimonies from different countries, what are the best practices that have been implemented to try to, once again, steer labor market in transformation. So very inspiring there again.
And Andreu, what were the high points for you yesterday?
La jornada de ayer me ha gustado, sobre todo porque nos ha permitido visionar, por un lado, el futuro inmediato económico, con probablemente los 3 mejores economistas disponibles en España. Constatamos que efectivamente estamos en un tiempo de oportunidad, hay un viento de cola que empuja, hay un momento de recuperación, pero también hay algunas incertidumbres. Por lo tanto, es el momento de aprovechar, hay que aprovechar la oportunidad porque se aproxima claramente un nuevo tiempo del trabajo, una nueva forma de trabajar. Hemos de encontrar nuevas flexibilidades y nuevas seguridades para las empresas y para los trabajadores. Y, por lo tanto, es el momento de buscar consensos y complicidades. Después también hemos visto ayer la necesidad de que la temporalidad y las agencias de empleo sean vistas como una clara oportunidad de acceder al mercado de trabajo, de encontrar oportunidades, de adquirir y progresar en el talento y, por lo tanto, en producir mejor y en mejorar la propia trayectoria personal y la propia competitividad de las empresas.
And of course, if you've missed any of those, you want to watch them again, they are available on demand. But you won't want to be watching them this afternoon because we've got another packed program for you on day 3. Andrea, what will be the ones to look forward to this afternoon?
Bien, la jornada de hoy es una jornada de clausura, es una jornada en el que me parece que es importantísimo, yo destacaría como más importante el papel que pueden y deben jugar los organismos internacionales, la Organización Internacional del Trabajo, la OCDE, en este nuevo mundo, en la nueva globalización, ayudar a instalar mercados de trabajo dinámicos y eficaces, pero también seguros, inclusivos y con una garantía de derechos y de empleo decente más generalizado. Me parece que este papel que pueden jugar los organismos internacionales, especialmente en ámbitos donde el trabajo informal está muy generalizado, hay grandes campos de desarrollo en América Latina para mejorar en este sentido, para asentar los principios de la Organización Internacional del Trabajo y movilizar el Pacto de las Naciones Unidas a favor de un trabajo inclusivo, de un trabajo que llene más a las personas y a sus necesidades vitales.
So much to look forward to. Denis, what about you? What are your high points?
Well, of course, for today we will be listening to our third keynote speaker, Philippe Silberzan, who is an international professor in a French university. He will address the topic of disruption and how we can adapt to this permanent changing environment. And one of the key messages I think he's going to share with you is the need to change our mindset when it comes to permanent change. So that's one. Andreu mentioned, of course, the policy panel discussion we will have, very important. I mentioned people, representatives from the ILO, the OECD, but also social partners, very important. We'll have people from ITUC, the Global Trade Union, as well as the IOE, the International Organization of Employers. And Bettina also, as the WEC president, will also be part of that panel discussion. And for us, the key message there will be that we need policymakers, first of all, to move from talk to actions, and then to recognize the importance of having diverse forms of work in the labor market. There again, to have the right level of regulation, but very important for us to convey that message for tomorrow.
Thank you so much indeed, Denis and Andreu. So much to look forward to. Don't go anywhere, of course. We do want you to continue the conversation and put your comments into the chat there, and do stay with us for the rest of the day.